Everyone says this is one of the hardest fights in Darkest Dungeon 2. Most players try to beat it by dealing as much damage as possible. I decided to take a completely different approach. Instead of building a team that could kill the boss quickly, I wanted to build one the boss simply couldn't break. Every hero on this team had one job. Vestal was the foundation. Her only job was making sure nobody stayed hurt for long. Flagellant was the emergency recovery. Whenever the boss finally landed a dangerous turn, Deathless erased the damage before things could spiral. Abomination wasn't here to deal massive damage. His job was keeping combo tokens on enemies, supporting the rest of the party, and sustaining himself whenever necessary. And then there was Crusader. He wasn't flashy, he wasn't one-shotting enemies, he just kept swinging, round after round, slowly wearing everything down. Before the fight even began, I made a few preparations. Knowing how much blight this boss can inflict, I brought blight poultices to give myself a way to immediately remove dangerous stacks. I also equipped the inedible trinket on one of my heroes for the extra blight resistance. None of these choices were enough to win the fight on their own, but together they made the team's sustain even more reliable.
Measure out your violence and apply it judiciously. The slow suffering begins. Its infernal gaze pierces the veil of reality.
This is where the fight really started to change. The second phase is where the pressure begins to build, and it's also where the Flagellant completely took over. Up until now, everyone had been doing their job, but from this point on, Deathless became the ability that kept the entire strategy alive. Every time the boss managed to land a dangerous turn, Flagellant simply erased it. Health that looked impossible to recover suddenly wasn't a problem anymore. The boss kept creating openings, and Flagellant kept closing them. At this point, I stopped worrying about individual attacks. I was more interested in seeing if the boss could ever build enough momentum to actually threaten the team.
The fiend's strength dwindles. In crisis, we can rely only upon each other. Empowered, emboldened. This road cannot be walked alone. Behold the hateful god upon his throne. Your failures made flesh.
Vestal patched up whatever was left, and suddenly we were right back where we started.
Measure out your violence and apply it judiciously. Bravo!
This was supposed to be the hardest part of the fight. It's where most runs start to fall apart. And honestly, I kept waiting for that moment. Every time the boss landed a big hit, I thought, all right, here's where things get interesting. But instead of panicking, the team just went back to work.
Spiritual torment has no place in the compassionate mind. It must be purged. Measure out your violence and apply it judiciously. Stupendous! Cooperation is the key. The fiend's strength dwindles.
By this point, I wasn't worried about surviving anymore. The fight had completely changed. Crusader kept slowly carving through the boss's health, while Abomination made sure every important hit counted. The boss was still throwing everything it had at the team, but nothing seemed to stick. At that moment, I realized the outcome wasn't really in question anymore.
Mission is at hand.
We weren't hanging on. We were in complete control.
Collaboration confers advantage. A master stroke. The small foundation of trust. road cannot be walked alone. The past is gone. This thing is merely an echo. A brilliant conclusion.
I don't think I've ever finished this fight looking this comfortable. Everyone's still standing, everyone's healthy, and somehow we're walking away with almost no stress. I expected a desperate final battle, but instead, this team turned one of the hardest encounters in Darkest Dungeon 2 into a battle of patience. Sometimes the best way to beat a boss isn't by hitting harder, it's by making sure they never get the chance to beat you.
The world will spring anew from the memory you kept of it.